Greetings, guests. May I have your names that I may address you correctly?
Baradun and...
What do you know that we don't know?
If you give a fae your name.
Hello.
May I have your name?
You can call me whatever you like, love.
And I'm just following Bob's lead.
Bob, is it? Damn it. There are two ways out. I have a scroll that will allow you to cast fly. If you wish to just fly out of here, you could of course just cook me a meal. The other option is that you could just walk out of here. You could take the journey through the Whispering Dark.
What I see happening here is there's a quest where we have to go and get a lot of different ingredients, and that's difficult, or we have to leave this way, and that's also difficult.
Either way, we're going to have to collect a bunch of things and either give it to her or eat them ourselves.
Yes.
Recipe or preservation.
Well, it takes a few days to get alcohol, and if she wants an alcoholic drink, we've got 7 days. We could start an alcohol now. We have some lovely apples and peaches. We could make a wee cider. Did you have any berries on you?
I have berries, yes.
Let's trade some letters.
Trade. So she's going to give you a D8 in berries. You can just take the deal, or you can make a presence roll to see if you can.
I'm going to make a presence roll.
But if you fail the presence roll, she offers you even worse. Azerim. You can take it as is, or you can try and get it better.
I think I can
If
do
you
a
look at
presence
your
roll.
highborn background,
You have advantage on rolls to consult with nobles. Oh, great. Amazing. So let's go to 6.
almost like I made her a noble specifically.
Almost.
I was like, how am I going to use his ability for highborn noble shit down here in the cave?
6, 7, 11, 14. 15
total?
15 total, yeah.
15 total. Is there any experience you wanted to add on to that?
Let's say, as a high sorcerer, again, like he was well good at knowing about. Well good.
He's well good, mate.
Well good.
Fucking good at talking goods.
He's constantly at events with alcohol.
Do you want to mark a stress to add that extra 2 on?
Let's do
you can.
Yep.
All right, that is going to be a 17.
17, yeah.
Her difficulty is 16, so you, without the high sorcery, you would have failed. With a 17, you succeed. However, she is going to use one of her features, Searing Glance. Reaction: when a PC within close range makes a presence roll, you can mark a stress. So she's going to take one of the stress here. I've got.
Actually, no. You know what? I can. Whenever I fail, well, it's not. I've not failed technically. Yeah.
You can mark a stress to gaze towards the aftermath of whatever happens. On the target's failure, they must mark 2 stress and are vulnerable. You didn't fail though.
Yeah.
On the target's success, they must mark a stress. So she just she gazes at you with this sort of fey aura as you're trying to like convince her and chat with her and like persuade her into whatever.
Go on.
She marks a stress to give you a stress, but you did succeed. So she is going to increase the quality of the item, which is, let's see. She's going to increase it up to a D10. It wasn't a critical success, in which case it would have gone up a quality. But she offers you a 1-to-1 essentially. I was looking for a D10 so that I could spell. She offers you a D10 worth of your berries, which is a good quality berries.
Okay, I mean that alcohol needs to get going.
Do we need a bit of salt to ferment that properly? Sugar? No, but don't you need salt to stop it from going bad?
No, you just need a clean jar, and I assume she's giving us a clean jar.
Clean jar.
Okay, great.
So at the moment, there's a jar, and it's got berries.
We're putting berries and apples.
Peaches?
Berries, apples, and peaches.
Peaches are for the dessert.
Oh, you're going to keep the
berries
peaches
and
for
apple
dessert.
are fermenting in the jar.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to use your berries and your apples. We're going to roll.
Oh no, but aren't you
cooking
saying
check for
that it needs ingredients to complement the 3 things? The peaches are complementing
the drink also
dessert.
needs to complement the dessert in some way.
Oh right, okay, so yeah, sure. Then add some peaches in there.
So it's a wild fruit and berries cider.
Cider, wonderful. Is there anything else you can add to this recipe before we roll a cooking check for it?
Was it? So berries, apple, peach.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Maybe some nice herbs would be. Just give it a bit of a herbal kind of.
Yeah,
I will. I'll tell you because you didn't actually bother to collect it. That in my mind, one of the things that the Venus flytrap people did, the dissolving acid in them, would have given you ingredients for the fermenting of fruit as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Would have
right.
helped to break down the fruit, kind of like yeast and whatever.
Yeah.
We have the cooking book, right?
You do, which will give you the benefits of the cooking roll.
We're
in essentially the recipe stage of the cooking check. So if you can add anything to it, if you can give me flavour.
Because there was a herb garden outside. I'm like, can we steal a bit of herbs?
Just a bit of mint
potatoes.
Before we have to trade
for it.
Yeah, we'll give you some potatoes or something.
A bit of mint would go wild in this. A bit of mint would be wonderful.
She'll trade you a slightly lower quality for the D8 of it then.
Oh, actually, that mint will go into the fucking dessert. Wonderful.
So some
What
mint.
dessert have you got in mind?
Nothing yet, but
You
the
can
mint
continue.
of
You
the
can
drink.
continue to add
right.
add ingredients if you want, but the DC becomes 8 plus 2 for every ingredient.
Yeah, that's good for the drink.
This is good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to trust you guys.
Who's actually doing the cooking check of this?
I got it.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't think.
What are you? He's gone. He's
No,
done
it did well. 12.
12 and a 3,
So with fear?
15. Yeah, with fear. Yeah.
with fear.
But what?
And then I guess with finesse, so a plus 2, so that's 17.
Plus shadow touch.
yeah. And I do it in the shadows. You don't know what I'm making.
Nothing else. You
Yeah,
add,
no, I think
experience
that's-
or anything.
I think
Cool. So it's 17.
Can I?
Success with
What's
fear.
what's the helping thing again?
If you want to just help him, you can mark. I think it's you mark a hope to give him a D6 onto.
Let's just do it. Okay, I'm just going to help. So you roll another D6.
He
and
gives
add that
you
on.
his advantage die essentially.
So how did you give a help? Was that with the whole?
With a hope. You spend a hope to give somebody
So
a D6.
17, 23.
23.
23.
With
Anybody
fear.
else adding any hope to add their dice to it? If you
So
want
I'm just over there mulling fruit with them.
I'll give a hope for that. So
23 is
Do mark off
probably-
a hope.
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
so much
Oh, okay.
hope. I need to mark it. I actually need to
Okay,
get rid of it. I'm marking off a
roll
hope.
another D6
Bodger,
and add
mull
it.
some fruit with me.
Yeah, you get Bodger's
So
strength.
what
to
was
just
what
mash
were we
some
up to?
fruit.
There was
23.
Minus.
17 plus.
Minus.
23.
23.
Another 4 is 27.
Seven.
What do I roll? Sorry.
No, he
You
rolled.
rolled
I've
the
got
five.
it.
Oh, you go.
Are you doing it as well or not?
I think 27.
27's
27 is good. Cool. 27 cooking check is a success with fear.
With fear.
But the help from these two, I'll give the plus 2 from that. So let me grab my.
So you do a good job, but you're pretty scared.
I mean, we're
of being
we're
judged.
making a drink for a fae.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
I'm,
sense.
like, I'm pretty sure I might
Quality.
have overdone it with
All
the
right.
mint.
So quality dice. Let's see how the quality dice turn out. We've got a 3 and a 6 is 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 4 is 19. So we've got 19 already. And then we've got recipe modifier. I think you've described it well. You came up with a good narrative story. So 19, I'll take that to a 20. Equipment modifier. You did get a jar from her, so 21. And then the experience modifier, you didn't mark any
I
experience.
love
for
that
this.
the equipment. There's an equipment modifier. We absolutely need it to make the bit of thing. Anyway, continue.
20. What did I say? 21. I think.
21, I think, yeah.
21. And then your success with fear gives it a plus 2, so 23 on the alcoholic beverage.
Amazing.
I will tell you whether that is enough when it actually comes to the meal. Each of the individual elements of the 4 meal elements has to have a particular meal rating of its own.
Wild
in order
mixed
to
berry
succeed.
cider. Amazing. Okay.
So mark down what it was, and it was a 20, whatever it was, 23.
Yep. That's
23 meal rating on the cider. So you mark off the ingredients you don't get to use from this meal rating, but you leave it in her pantry or her
work,
kitchen to ferment over the next few days.
Lovely. Good work, Bob.
Very good. So you've already managed to hopefully tick off the drink. You now need to work about the entree, main,
I love that
and dessert.
there's presumably not actually like that's just immediately alcoholic now, right?
Yeah, over the next few days it'll be. It'll
But like in
become
the
alcohol.
mechanics of the game, that's
It's just,
immediately
yep,
alcoholic.
you just bang, you've got an alcoholic beverage. Well done.
Well, I mean, seafood, entree, meat and mushroom main, and dessert. Like,
Let's get off. We're going to need some
I
meat.
guess
We're
we
going
should head to the fungal forest.
yeah. to get
I
some mushroom.
will tell you a little about what you can expect then. In level 2, Twilight, that is the Mouldering Mire and the Reflection Room, a fungal swamp and an underground lake, respectively. On level 3, down in the Abyss, it's the most dangerous layer. We have the Sizzling Hollow and the Catacombs. Sizzling Hollow is a magma chamber, and the Catacombs are a mineral deposit, a very frigid mineral deposit. Getting between the levels can take a difficult climb, or you can
use this fly scroll if you make
but in order to get the fly scroll, that would She says, there's a difficult climb down a cliff face, or you can get down levels by riding the river rapids, but it is stressful to do so. So, in terms of mechanics, traversal. We've got tunnel traversal, which I already described was a d4 plus 1 hours to go between things of the same level. Or we have cliff climb, passive. Ascending or descending the cliff between the levels requires a d6 progress countdown die. It takes, I'll explain that as it comes, it takes a d4 plus 1 hours to do so, and it takes twice that to ascend back up again.
Cool.
If you fall while descending, there's a number of damage things. Or, alternate option, ride the river, passive. To descend extra quickly, they can find the cave's artery, a large river that runs down from the shallows to the reflection room, and then from there down to the chambers on the bottom floor. Riding the river down 1 level requires an agility roll with a difficulty of 14. If you fail, you suffer 2d12 direct physical damage, or half on a success. If you, either way, the character marks 2 stress and then arrives where you're going in only 1 hour. So if time is of the essence, you can just jump in the river and get down there.
What was the first, so number 1, the first level?
First level is the shallows.
The shallows.
Second level is twilight. Third level is the abyss.
I feel like going to the fungal forest is a great idea because we need mushrooms anyway.
Yeah.
We may find some meat there possibly, and then.
This is the fungal forest. Is that before the shallows? Is the fungal forest?
No, fungal forest is on level 2.
Oh,
but the shallows are also on level 2 as well, right?
The shallows is the name for level 1.
Oh. So the fungal forest is in the twilight.
Let me explain. I've obviously done a bad job. Level 1 is called the shallows, and it consists of brilliance and the tunnels and Rosemary's Retreat.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Level 2 is called twilight and consists of the mouldering mire, the tunnels between them, and the reflecting room.
Oh,
the lake.
Where's the fungal forest?
The fungal forest is mouldering mire.
Okay, great. Sorry, that's the same thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Fungal forest is.
Okay, well, great. Level 2 has both the fungal forest / mouldering mire and the reflecting pools. We can get a lot of stuff on level 2.
And then level 3 is the sizzling hollow and the catacombs, and it's called the abyss.
There's a very good chance we could get everything we need on level 2.
She tells you if you want any sort of minerals, calcium, salt deposits, any sort of ice, you want to go to the catacombs. If you want to dry or smoke to preserve your foods, you can do so in the sizzling hollow, along with finding benefits to your cooking because there's ever heated rocks in the sizzling hollow.
So what number did we get for the cider, by the way?
23.
23.
So this is a somewhat open world, sandboxy kind of thing. I have put them out there so that you can choose.
To
the twilight!
Yeah.
Cool. How are you going to get there? You can either try to cliff climb, or you can try to jump
we need to
in.
get preservatives first, and then like humans need to start level 3 and then go to.
That's a good point. We're not necessarily going to use preservatives.
We need salt, though.
We do need salt.
We're going to need
So we got to go to level 3 for the salt.
Otherwise, it's going to be a very bland.
Do you have to go to level 2, then to level 3, or can you kind of go?
You can skip it down.
Oh, okay.
Let's skip it. Well, okay, let's skip it down to level 3 then, and
get some minerals and
shit.
Some salt and shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So you're heading down to level 3.
Oh, it turns out I forgot that I brought salt with me.
That's the great thing about Daggerheart.
I think you'll find that I've already accounted for that bullshit because I've been playing with you for 6 years.
Oh no!
And if you look in your inventory, you'll see that you all have basic supplies, and I have added the note to the basic supplies saying it contains pretty much anything you'd need. Simple things like we're not going to worry about torches and tinder boxes. But it specifically says does not contain water or food or cooking utensils.
That's crazy. I forgot I bought a 3-course meal.
That's because I've Bodger.
Can you? Okay, here we are.
Bodger's bought salt, but it's made out of wood.
Hear me out, Bodger. Give me your jockstrap. You're probably pretty sweaty. I'm gonna
wring it out.
Boil that up.
That is a D4 quality salt.
I'm not going to do that. Let's move on.
So you've got to make the choice. Are you going to climb or are you going to jump in the river? River will save you time, but will mark off more stress and damage. Climbing
Let's just climb. We've got 7 days.
Cool. You do only have, after the time it's taken in Rosemary's Retreat, you're down to 1 hour before things tick down in quality.
That's why I used all these as well.
I don't think we need,
Don't worry about it.
carrots, potatoes, handy for sure.
If we wanted
I don't
to
think we
preserve
need
these, do we need salt to preserve these?
These things will all tick down in an hour's time.
But what if we preserve
Not disappear, just get a little bit worse.
Okay.
Yeah, they all just go down one die quality.
They just wilt, you know?
Yeah.
Cool,
They just wilt a little bit.
but
Let's
soggy.
and,
All right,
and
so you're climbing.
to the magma chamber, to the
carrot.
sizzling hollow, to the catacomb.
Yeah, let's
All
go
right.
to catacombs. Or to
Catacombs.
Cliff climb. It takes a d6 progress countdown, progress die. That means that it starts on a 6. Every action, it just goes over to you narratively to decide like how are you going to help the climb. Have you got pittance? Are you going to help people down with your strength check? Whatever it is, you just say, come up with some way of doing it. Every time you succeed on an action, this ticks down. When it gets to 0, you succeeded in climbing.
Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying this Daggerheart campaign. If you want to see the next episode early, you can head to Viva Plus, it's live right now. If you want to see it early, then you head to Beacon and it's live right there. And if you want to see it early, you'll have to invent some kind of time travel technology and then go to Beacon. Well, it depends, it depends how far. If you go really far in the future, you'll be able to see them all in the archives when the planet is dead.
Back to the game.
So don't go too far, you'll reach the head depth of the universe.
Back to the game.
Good luck.
I have rope.
I lie about which spells I had at the beginning, and I use wall walk.
There you go.
That's the great thing about Daggerheart, is you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. Thankfully, I rolled a 1, so it's only going to take you 2 hours to get down there, and then another level is 4, so it's going to take you 6 hours total to get down 2 levels. 6 hours to get down 2 levels, and it's going to take a d6 countdown die to get all the way down. If you fall while descending, you suffer damage equal to quite a bit. You don't want to fall. So, what are you doing first?
I think I used
How does your wall walk thing work? How does the...
I was
you don't
kind
actually
of
have it, you were joking?
I was absolutely joking.
I thought it was a thing you had.
But it genuinely is a spell, which I could have taken. I haven't used either of my other 2 yet. I could get rid of Rune Ward and say I have Wall Walk.
You could. So the mechanic in Daggerheart for doing that is that you wouldn't actually have that, and rules are written. You wouldn't be able to do that now. You do it when you level up. Or if you have taken it, but you have too many things out, it would go into what's called your vault.
Vault, yeah.
And then what's out is your loadout, and you'd have to mark a stress to switch them. So because you haven't used it, I would allow you to take it if you want to mark a stress.
Yeah, because I don't love this Rune Ward thing, so maybe I will do that.
Get rid of Rune Ward then, and just mark a stress, and I'll say that you had that all along.
Okay.
Can I use my 50-foot of...
So I use Wall Walk, and I walk down.
What does it actually do?
It says, spend a hope to allow a creature you can touch to climb on walls and...
Sling the others the fingers.
To climb on walls and ceilings as easily as walking on the ground. This lasts until the end of the scene.
Okay, cool. Mark a hope, and I will mark this down one.
Scenes.
Yeah.
So this ticks
Very
down.
filmy. Scene.
So mark a hope, and you tick down one easily between you.
I kind of just
Oh,
watch.
that's your Rune Ward. You take it.
Thank you.
Yep.
I kind of just watch Baradon and...
I just go, like, I'm literally perpendicular, not perpendicular? Yeah, perpendicular to you guys, just walking down and be like, bye guys.
Yeah. I regard him with kind of venom, and then I get out my 50,
I try the same thing.
50 feet of rope. Yeah. I get out my 50 feet of rope.
You're going to use that?
Use that.
In what part? Like, is this a finesse roll?
Oh, actually, do you know how long, how far down does this?
We don't worry about distances and stuff like that. It's narrative. So the 50 feet, if you succeed on something with the 50 feet rope, I'll take this down. If you don't, I won't. So,
okay, cool. I tie one end around.
Is it a finesse check to see how well you're tying things? Is it a strength check to see how well you're actually abseiling with it? Is it
I think it's a finesse control.
Cool.
Yes, that feels like a
give me a finesse roll then.
Cool.
This is going to generate hope or fear.
10 plus 2, it's hope.
Cool.
12.
12 is a success, and you will actually. Is it a success?
Actually, hope, baby.
I'm full hope, so I can give.
Give me.
Okay, I give my hope to
I see the.
Actually, no.
I see the rope fall past me, and you just using it gives me a little bit of hope that you'll survive.
Cliff climb for this for the first section of it to go down between levels 1 and 2 is 12, so you just succeeded. You succeed with the hope. You give him the hope, but that does tick down to a 4.
I wonder if I just leave that rope there now.
I will now use his rope.
Okay.
Because it's there.
So a strength check from you, maybe?
Strength check. Well, I've also got Ridgeborn, which is the advantage on rolls.
Yeah, well done. So Ridgeborn will give you the advantage d6 die.
Give me the d6, yeah. Higher. That is...
With hope?
Hope. I'm taking away hope. Oh, no.
Cool.
11, 15.
Succeed with hope.
And what do we got? 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15
Plus
is a
your strength.
success. So success with hope. This is going to mark down to a 3. What are you doing to help?
Great.
Or to get yourself down
I
there?
think I use my Nightwalker Shadow Stepper ability.
Oh, yeah.
And I go from shadow to shadow.
Cool. Does it have to mark a stress or anything
Yeah, I
for
mark
it?
a stress.
So mark a stress. That will be an automatic success on here. We're down to 2. You're more than halfway down.
You're like Nightwalker.
Yeah.
You're more than halfway down the cliff, but you've still got 2 more to go. Anybody can do it?
It is literally called Nightwalker as well.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything else they can offer to the climb?
I tell everyone to hurry up because I'm already at the bottom.
Yeah. Same.
Give me
That's really helpful.
give me a presence.
I encourage them by saying, "Hurry up! I'm bored down here." Fucking hell.
There, dude.
8 plus 12, 20 with hope.
And I yell out, Bodger, use your rope!
Oh no, 23
I think you might
with
have as
hope.
well.
23 with hope.
You should check.
Dollar fees.
Because then I can use your rope as well.
Hurry up!
So that is a success. We met down to 1. We've got one last thing to get.
Basic supplies.
50 feet of rope. Use yours.
Fucking shade.
Give me a finesse roll then to see if you can succeed on
On rope? Yeah. I have 30
Tying
feet
it
of
up.
rope. 12 plus 2 with hope.
with hope. Somebody with hopes.
Yeah, bro.
12 plus 2 plus stuff. That's with your finesse. That's fine. That
Gets a bit
works.
boring
All right.
when
That
I'm
is one
down.
more success, and you mark your way down to 0,
I hate
which
how much
means that the
credit
progress
you
check, the progress countdown, succeeded.
Now, is that rope used now?
Well, it's still tied there.
I think we just
it's
leave
tied
it tied
up,
up
so like
we can use it
you
to.
can use it for
get
getting
Why
away.
has she got us?
Why'd you? It's okay.
And now I've got it
The-
back again.
The timer countdown die goes down to 0 and then down to 5 because it ticked back over again, and so all of these will decrease, which I'll do in a second. Then, when you get down to where you're going, I am going to, because I've got a lot of it, I'm going to use one of my fear
you want my
to
help?
activate Cave Collapse.
No.
Spend a fear to start a reducing countdown die, D4. So you get a D4 reducing countdown die. It's going to start on a 4.
Oh, shit.
No. That's not what we want,
I
is
start
it?
that alongside a progress countdown die, which is a, let's see,
That's not what we want, is it?
Well, shit.
roll this one to see where it starts on. Also starts on a 4.
We didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah, fear. Fear, I can do whatever I want whenever I want. It takes blah blah blah, that's already accounted for. Each time the reducing die resets, it starts on an 8 actually. I forgot, I marked the wrong thing. So you've got an 8 check against the 4 cave tunnel collapse. Each time that this one counts down to 0 and resets, there's some rocks fall down from the ground. Everyone makes an agility check or takes damage. And then I reset it, but on 1 less. So if it counts down to 0, it resets on a 3. Then it counts down and resets on a 2. Once it resets for the last time, the cave collapses entirely, trapping anyone under it, just killing you outright. Unless you have before then succeeded on 8 checks to do something. Either you could try and shore up the cave, or you can try and run, or you can try and whatever you need to do to get out of
calm
there.
the cave?
Calm emotions on the cave. So I have started this environment encounter essentially with a fear. What do you guys do? You notice that the cave starts to, some parts of it start to.
Should we just harvest?
I think we just
So we're down now?
You're down on the level you need to be, yes.
Maybe we just harvest the salt and boost it.
Because that's all we need from down here, right?
Yeah, well, quick look around. Is there anything other than...
What do we need to harvest salt? What's a utensil that can help us
A
harvest?
hammer.
Yeah.
Just bam, chunk of salt.
Chunk of salt.
So let's plan our recipe. We need salt. The main is meat and mushroom, and the entree and seafood.
If there's sugar in here as well, there genuinely could be like crystallized sugar.
So looking
It's a
around,
fancy
then,
world.
let's see what you've got as you are down on the 3rd floor.
Salt is able to crystallize. Sorry, sugar rather.
Are you looking for the sizzling hollow or the catacombs?
Oh, we're not actually in the catacombs yet.
You're down on the 3rd floor. Which
one
is
of
the
those.
abyss.
So
You're in
third floor.
You're in like the.
I think we
the
want to
tunnels
go to the
between. Which
catacombs.
one do you want to go to?
We're in the abyss, and let's go to.
Oh, sorry, the
catacombs.
whole of the abyss is about to cave in.
Yeah, the tunnels between them. So you're in the tunnels traversal environment.
Wherever the salt is. Where was the salt?
Catacombs.
Let's go to the catacombs.
Okay, so rushing your way that way then. You haven't been able to see your breath like this since your time in the Dead Frost. The way the cavern walls are frigid with a thin crisping of frost reminds you of the glacier near Rimming, where the frost giant attacked.
Canon.
Unlike that chamber though, as you enter this one, you see a floor not slick with ice and glacier melt, but thick with a carpet of bones. You can tell that thousands of critters must have found their final resting place in this section of the cave, as the stone foundations beneath cannot be seen for the pale off-white collection of this haphazard ossuary.
Looks like the bones for bone broth.
Yeah, I was literally going to say bone broth or a little bit of marrow.
Well, I grabbed the salt. We leave.
Just immediately.
We're back on.
So as you ran, I'm going to tick this down 1 from there. But you didn't do anything to actually counter anything, so no progress. You found your way to the ossuary. What do you want to do? I will tell you. The catacombs have an environmental feature called Bleak. A passive feature where, while in the catacombs, action rolls use a d10 for the hope die instead of a d12. God. It's the opposite of Rosemary's Retreat.
That's dumb.
It also has a passive feature called Crunchy. The floor is strewn with so many bones, it is very difficult to walk quietly. If a character moves more than very close range on an action, they must succeed in an agility roll or alert an encounter.
Oh no.
And the final feature it has is another passive feature called Freeze Dried. The chamber is so cold that characters can use it to freeze dry or freeze their ingredients or meals to preserve them.
We can preserve shit.
If you wish to mark a stress, you roll a d6 and you can preserve that many ingredients or meal rating points.
Okay.
Because your meal rating is also going to start deteriorating as well.
Right.
I mean, our meal is something we need just for
first things first.
Yeah.
In the time it's taken, actually, since you got the meal cooked up, your meal rating would have gone down by 1.
Just by 1. Gotcha.
Yep.
Before any of that, I look around and I try to identify salt.
Okay, looking around for salts, you're basically going to try and forage. The foraging in this area is minerals. There's a lot of them, so basically as many as you need to forage, but you can forage up to 6 at a time. So making a forageable check, is anybody going to help him with the salt check, or are you looking for your own things in this room?
I'll help him with the salt.
Yeah.
So you're going to do your assist. How are you going to assist? You're going to roll after everybody's assisted.
I'm going to search in the shadows.
Search in the shadows.
I could help light up maybe the area where we are.
Oh, great! Now there's no shadows.
Actually, yeah. The first thing you did was like, I'm going to search in the shadows. And you're like, I'm going to get rid of the shadows.
I feel like mine's probably better for Bodger. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm trying to help him.
You help him by going like, some over here, and he's like, I can't see it. Like, I promise it is.
I can get it.
So you help first by searching in the shadows to find them.
He's searching in the shadows, you're lighting up.
Then he points out to you, and you help light up the area so that then he can help. So we can still make this work. So you give me a check of whatever you're using of your abilities, whichever trait works for you.
Finesse.
Finesse works for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it. It's a reaction roll, so it doesn't generate hope and fear.
Thank God. 17 plus 2.
That is a success. So you're going to get a +1 to your salt foraging check. Are you helping in any way or doing your own thing?
I'll be doing my own thing.
Cool. With your help of the light, then, Greg, what ability are you using? Just your cleric
I have a
abilities?
torch. I'm wondering if I just light up my torch.
Just use your torch if you want.
Yeah.
Yep. You just use up a torch. Let's say. How am I going to roll this then? I don't think it's.
Torch.
I think a finesse checks then because it's about lighting the torch.
Yep, sure. Sorry, 2 d10s. Your
hope well in here. Your hope die should have been a d10.
I'm just gonna roll.
He rolled a 5, so it's not a major.
8 to.
It's still a d12 for the fear die.
Oh, it's still a d12 for the fear die.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do.
Because you're more likely to generate fear while you're in this bleak place.
Okay, so we'll pretend this d10 is hope. 2. But 1, 3, fail.
Nice.
Failed with hope.
Failed with hope. You generate hope, but you do fail, which means that I can spotlight. Oh no, I can't. Sorry, you don't generate hope because it was a reaction roll. Thankfully, so it didn't actually generate hope or fear for you on this particular roll. That was just deciding whether or not you add or subtract.
Great. Well, it kind of works out well.
Yeah, it works
so
out well.
I'll search for the shadows. Like, gotcha, torch. Well, that fucks me. So you're on the phone, Bodger.
Ruined it. So you get a +1 and a -1. So for a flat roll, and then what are you doing for your? I think it would be an instinct or knowledge or.
It'll be
Instinct,
Strength. Whack a salt.
Instinct. What's the 0?
Yeah, just rolling flat then.
Let me just roll. Roll.
Rolling flat 2d12s, nothing added.
10 plus 1.
With fear. So I'll grab a fear for that.
He's got a lot of fear.
11 is also a failure. Not
No
only did you
way. Get out of town.
I can wait. I can. Can I do
difficulty of
reassurance
level
after-
3s.
Once per rest after an ally attempts an action roll, but before the consequences take place, you can offer assistance or words of support. When you do, your ally can re-roll their dice.
In D&D, this would have been your guidance.
Yeah.
Guidance, adding a D4.
now it's
But
reassurance.
So you
just
get to
like when
re-roll
people do it,
both
you can do your
dice?
thing.
Re-roll both.
So what does it say? Sorry, you can.
You can, when you do, your ally can re-roll their dice.
Oh yeah, you can re-roll both. So the 4
But is it better to
four
keep
out
the
fear.
10 and...
My dice is gone now.
It's in a real
really made
place.
this tricky.
If only you had a dice tray or something.
That's where my dice live.
This
is where my dice play.
Absurd. Let them live outside and they can just sit still and then you can roll them in the confined area.
Who gets the best rolls?
Me.
You have no authority on
Can't
this.
argue with that. Can't argue with the result.
Get f***ed. How about that?
Worse.
That's worse.
Still generates the fear
Does
for
it,
me.
is it more fair or is this?
No,
is it
I
only one?
got rid
Okay.
of
Well, that sucked.
Cool. So I use my
I'm going
reassurance. I use my reassurance on that, by the way.
Did you have to spend anything for that?
No, but it's still a thing I can use once per rest. So I won't have this again until I rest.
Until you've rested.
Imagine if he'd done it in his tray.
Okay, as you fail to search for the thing, what were you doing while these guys were searching? Just before I come to the consequences of what happened there.
As Baron is very knowledgeable about well-seasoned food, he's using his knowledge to try and find some good salt because he realizes these three are absolute idiots.
Give me a knowledge check.
Fucking hell.
With
hope at least, 5 to 9. And I mean, I could mark a stress to re-roll. Was it mark a stress to re-roll?
What are you doing?
Mark a.
Just you know, no, nothing.
Yeah, cool.
I can mark a stress to. Where the hell is it? It's my human thing. Re-roll one of. Oh, just when you fail a roll that utilized a thing, you can mark a stress to re-roll. Yeah. Okay.
Utilize one of your experiences.
Oh, I wasn't using it on experiences. I was utilizing that. Yeah. Well, I could say. With High Sorcerer.
Nope.
Nope.
I could say, High Sorcerer, I'm very salty.
What was the total?
So the total is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 total?
Yep.
9 total was another failure? Was it another fear, or did you roll high?
No, I rolled with hope, so thank God.
So you mark a hope, but it was another failure. So with 2 failures,
Cool.
it's going to spotlight me twice.
Damn it.
Great.
God.
The first is to, let's see, where is it called?
How much stress do you do when you heal some of your stress?
Yeah, if you can.
I can use.
Yeah. Maybe a little massage.
First thing is to highlight a feature called Stone Strider. So as some of the rock is falling in, you just you smash some of the falling rock out of the way.
Because I've kind of been going, and I just see one going for him and it's
You
going.
blast him out of the way. Yeah, I'll let that go.
Or just standing
Add a
there.
hope.
Underneath all the fun.
He gets blasted. You blast him back, and then he goes, "F you, bird." It comes back towards you again.
I want to use my Midnight Spirit, where I summon a humanoid spirit, which is Jeff. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that episode. Again, if you want to see the next one early, Viva Plus, early, Beacon, early, impossible time travel techniques. But until then, I'll see you next Tuesday.